Darryl, good to see you. How you been?
Fantastic and improving. A beautiful day here on Wednesday, March 28th, right here in Las Vegas. Doing wonderful. How about yourself, John?
I'm good. I'm glad that we have a little bit of time together here because it's sort of like two worlds colliding at this point, because people who know my history know that I've been involved in a lot of marketing kind of stuff and traditional marketing, direct selling, traditional sales as well. And you've had a completely different path, and now our paths are meeting sort of by chance. I don't think there's any coincidence, but as you know, I met this guy in a seminar. I was doing a speaking engagement, and I was talking to a group of people about financial education stuff. It has nothing to do with video marketing or anything like this. And one of the members of the audience introduced himself afterwards, gave me a business card, talking about this video software stuff. And I think, well, that's cool, right? I do video marketing. Let me go check it out. Anyway, I've been using products like GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, and all different live streaming stuff and paying hundreds of dollars a month. And when I saw what this company, MyVideoTalk, was doing, just from a product standpoint, I said, well, yeah, sell me that, right? I mean, it was underpriced, in my opinion. And I don't know anything about the different kind of binaries and intergalactic, you know, Captain Kirk. I don't know. Okay, all I know is I love the product, and all of a sudden, through the referral marketing opportunity, I'm making money. All these people want this product too. So I know you've got a completely different route that led you to this point. And you had, at this point, anybody who doesn't know Darryl Roberts, he is the head makaha in the whole thing, or he's the grand poobah. And obviously you're doing very, very well. We've both done very well in different areas of business, but tell us about, you know, what led up to this and why MyVideoTalk, you know, why now? Give people the big picture of what's going on here.
Sure. Hey, thanks, John. And I'm glad to be here with you today. Just awesome speaking with you and getting a chance to know you a little bit better. Well, it started for me about 25 years ago. Out of college, I have a communications degree. I used to work for a billion-dollar pharmaceutical company, and I was in that regular JOB situation, you know, day to day, going to work, getting in traffic in Southern California, if anybody knows about that, an hour and a half, 2 hours getting to work, an hour and a half, 2 hours getting back, and then getting that small paycheck and not being able to do the things I really wanted to do. It was tough. And I figured out in about 6 months of working that I could not do this for another, 40, 45, 50 years time. And I just couldn't do that. So what happened was I was invited to a presentation. It was in Newport Beach, California. I remember it like it was yesterday. Now, remember, when I grew up, my mom, my dad, the people at church, they all told me, go to school, get good grades, and as long as you got Blue Cross and Blue Shield, you're going to be just fine. Well, I went to this presentation realizing that, but also realizing that for 40 more years, I couldn't do that. I'm sitting in the back of the room, about 150, 200 people in the room. I'm sitting in the back of the room. And back in those days, John, they didn't have these cool computers and all the technology that you and I have today. So they were drawing on a chalkboard, and they were drawing these circles out. And my initial thought, 30 minutes into the meeting, I swear, this was my thought. This has got to be some rinky-dink, Mickey Mouse, illegal pyramid, last business you get in before you commit suicide. That was, and I was ready to politely just walk out of the room. Well, thank God, John, that I didn't. 2 minutes later, a guy stood up and said something that I heard for the very first time at that time, at the age of 24. And I've heard it 100 times, 1,000 times since. But he said simply, United States of America, the richest country on the planet Earth, at age 65, 95% of everyone is either dead or dead broke. And quickly, my mom and dad picture flashed into my mind, my grandparent, a lot of people in my church in that age group. I had never heard that before, and that perspective really hit me. John, I made a decision that night. If tradition was going to lead me down that path of dead or dead broke at age 65, I didn't want anything to do with it. So I started learning about this industry that most people don't understand. They think it's this, they think it's that. They have no clue how big this is. And I surrounded myself with some amazing men and amazing women that were very successful. And 25 years later, it's been absolutely phenomenal for what we've been able to accomplish in this industry. And more recently here over the last 22 months, almost 2 years, being involved with video, because everything is about video, John. Our lives are changing. We're helping lots of other people. Everything is about video. Everything is about branding. And we've got a company that takes it to another level that anybody can afford to take advantage of.
Yeah, it's tremendous because I was recently, I actually posted a blog post talking about how the VP of whatever he is over at Cisco, the company, talks about how 90% of internet traffic by 2015, 90% is going to be video. And frankly, Darryl, I don't know anywhere, I mean, I can't spend 10 minutes on the internet without seeing a video. It's all about video.
Sure.
And then I look around at, you mentioned tradition, right? I look around at traditional business, Main Street businesses, a lot of these business owners who earnestly want to grow their revenues and their customer base and all this, and
Sure.
have the influence in the marketplace that they deserve. I mean, after all, they've been doing business a while. They know what they do really well, and yet they're ghosts out there. They're phantoms. Like, where are these people? I can't even find them on yellowpages.com or Google or something. So there's truly a huge gap that I think could be filled if, here's the big if the technology is simple enough to engage without a long learning curve. And now I need to leave my core competency as a doctor, a plumber, an author, a public speaker, or whatever I am, and I got to go learn a whole new skill set here because of the complication. Years leading up to this, I know that there are people, and you may or may not know this, Darryl, because I don't know what you've been looking at online, but there are people selling courses on just the basics of internet marketing for thousands of dollars because people are so hungry just to have some sort of a presence on the web. Now here comes this company saying, hey, $50 a month, you get the whole thing, right? You use all the products. It's plug and play, and they're just on that cutting edge. So as far as the product, let's just talk about the product itself. As far as the product itself, you've got, and I know you've used the product to actually demonstrate to people, here's how the product works and all this. Did you have like a long learning curve with that, being, let's say, more of a I don't know what you would call yourself, more of a traditional sales or belly-to-belly kind of guy, or were you always high-tech? Tell me about how people, or how you in particular, got into the productive and profitable use of that product.
Well, I'll make it very clear. I'm Mr. No Tech. I'm a very rudimentary guy in all aspects of my life. And the company, when they develop some more products and they're enhancing the product, they get me to test it out. And they call it Darryl-rising it. And if I can do it, then literally anybody can. So I don't have a tech background. All I know how to do is point and click. And they've made it so simple that anybody can point and click. So those doctors you talked about, attorneys, professionals, anybody out there, if they really want to take it to another level, if they know how to point and click, then anybody can use these products, John. That's simple.
Tell me, you've obviously got a lot of experience with this now, and you're, like I mentioned before, the top of the top in terms of MyVideoTalk, USA, Canada, North America. I'm sure you've got team members in other countries as well.
Absolutely.
Great. Tell me about some of the people who you've seen that are using this, that people are far removed from internet marketing, so to speak.
Oh, there's no question about it. Every walk of life are using this product. And you said it earlier. When you think about it, it's the 21st century now. Everything is about video. If you want to move up into the Google standings, the people that have video on their website and use video move up much faster. But we have ball players from former NFL football players to U.S. gold medalists that are using the product, to pharmacists, to doctors, to chiropractors, to just blue-collar workers, family members that want to communicate at a much higher level without some of the noise out there, with some of the free stuff that are out there that causes a lot of noise. So every walk of life you can think of, I've got people that are part of our company. Realtors are using this. Brokers are taking it to a whole nother level. Schools, churches, and ministries are going from the four corners to now worldwide with a few clicks of a button. And the best part about it, they can all do it with clicking a couple of buttons and not breaking the bank.
Yeah. Speaking of ministries, as you know, I've done quite a bit of public speaking and writing books and all this, and I saw a video clip of you with none other than Les Brown, who's, I think, one of the, or maybe the most popular motivational speaker in the world, talking about how he's using this product to, I guess, follow up after, here's the lecture and whatever he does. That's super. And then I saw another guy speaking with you on a video. He's chiropractic, I think, and here's the here's the exercises that the patients can do and follow up, so they know what to actually do once they've paid for their service, right? So this is huge. But you bring up a great point with the noise, right? Because I think that's the main thing right now, that people feeling overwhelmed. my goodness, pop-ups and here's the ads, from competitors, right? So here you are, let's say, try and advertise your business, and here comes all your competitors on top of you, right? With these so-called, free services. Well, how free is it if it's diverting traffic,
Well, think about this, John, on YouTube, again, I think YouTube's a good product to use, etc. But when you absolutely capture someone, then I want to focus in on what I'm doing. In other words, I get information from motivational speakers and a lot of key people around the world in lots of different backgrounds, etc. But let's just focus on motivational speaking. So if I get a video email from let's say, Bob Jones, ABC, new motivational speakers association. I click on it. His video takes me to YouTube, and he happens to be in that category of what? Motivational speakers. So now when I go there, I look at his video, but right next to him, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Anthony Robbins, all these amazing, Brian Tracy, all these amazing speakers. So now he just took me to his competitors, and most times than not, those competitors are much bigger, stronger, been around a while, have a little bit more cash flow, and now I'm 20 videos away from his video, and he took me right into the lion's den. And then there's other people that if you do have a good video on YouTube, what do other people do? They advertise and take a spot right over your video so that you got traffic coming, people are getting their advertisement. So that's a big challenge out there, and we fix that challenge for people.
Yeah, YouTube is certainly great for acquiring traffic, but
Absolutely.
It's definitely not the final destination where you want that traffic to terminate, because then that's it. It's a free-for-all. Darryl, I know, and in fact, this is another blog post I recently posted on Bold Statement Marketing, was that YouTube isn't just for wasting time. I've personally been guilty of looking at the clock an hour or more later, and I won't tell you how much more later, okay? It's terrible to admit it. But here I am going down this rabbit hole of just diversion, right? Not productive, not on purpose. And here I am, a guy that talks about, being on purpose, and all this kind of stuff. It's terribly seductive, right? So when we want to be purposeful, it's about directing the attention, which is really what marketing is all about. When we think about video marketing, it's all about really sort of a battle for the attention of the consumer, the prospect, whatever your target market is. Because right now I heard the average person living in a major metro city like New York. Okay, so you live in New York City, and in one day of your life, you are exposed to as many advertising messages as a colonial New Yorker would have been exposed to in their entire lifetime.
Wow.
So here's the overwhelm, right? And you got to filter it out. So it really is a battle for attention. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about, because you've had tremendous success from the income opportunity standpoint. What does that look like for people? Obviously, people can engage the product, and like I said before, pay pennies on the dollar compared to if they were going to go buy all this stuff outside and learn it on their own and whatever. So, and that's how I got started, was just, I want the product, sell me the product. But let's say somebody wanted to make money, or even accidentally, like myself, I told a few people about this great stuff and they went and they bought it. Next thing you know, I'm making money on accident. Okay, what if somebody actually wanted to engage this? What does the income opportunity side of it look like?
It's pretty amazing, John. That's a great question. And one of the reasons I chose this company is, number one, is the products and services. Any direct sales or network marketer could use these products to enhance what they're currently doing. There's no debating that. Any traditional business, church, group, organization, it doesn't matter. Everybody out there that's marketing themselves or anything can use these products. So there was really no out-of-market potential people. Like, for example, with health companies, great products, but you got to zero in on a group of people. Or if you got this product, you got to zero in. Everybody wants to promote. Everybody wants to market. Everybody wants to brand themselves, and no one does it better than our company. There's no debating that. So that is huge. The other major thing that I loved about the company that got me to say yes instantly is being in this industry full-time for 25 years. I've seen lots of comp plans. I've seen lots of companies, and every leader, John, said, I've got the best comp plan. We've got the best comp plan.
Yeah, how many times have we heard that? I wouldn't even tell people that. I say, I don't know. I don't know if it's the best comp plan. The best comp plan is the one that you actually do it and you make money. That's the best.
That's right. Well, how I prove that is that I let people know we have the easiest qualifier in the history of this industry. And again, 25 years gives me a little bit of expertise knowing some of the things that are out there. The challenge with most companies, and I know I'm going off a little bit, is that they make it too tough to qualify. You have hoop to jump through, hoop to jump through, hoop after hoop after hoop. And And that gets tiresome for most people out there. The best part about our comp plan, or one of the best parts, is that you only need 2 people. Literally 2. Now, I don't want to confuse those of you that think, well, I got binaries out there, one on the left, one on the right. There are other binaries out there. That's absolutely true. But you have to do a lot more than just get one on the left and one on the right. That makes it huge. We've got people that make no money with our company. We've got people that make $200 to $500 per week, $2,000 to $5,000 per month, and literally $30,000, $50,000, $60,000 per month as well and beyond. I mean, it's just amazing the possibilities with this company. And we're not, again, I want to make it very clear, I'm not promising that you're going to make anything, but the bottom line, to qualify to get paid in our company, you only need 2. And with the training program we have, teaming up with what you're doing now from your world, we're going to help a lot of people out there. So there's 10 ways we actually make money. There's money that's made when you sell the product and a person sees the vision and value. There's money made by earning a BMW or a Mercedes. So the ways to make money are easy. The average person, and most people in the world are like me, pretty average. But if an average person can go out there and find 2 people and then duplicate that, that is the process. Let me break it down from 10,000 feet looking down. If you found 2 people with your help and my help, if we help them find 2 people in the first 30 days, and then, John, what are we going to do the next 30 days is we're going to work with them, plug them into the system. The training you're putting together, just phenomenal. The 2 cents that I'm adding to that, just absolutely amazing. Now we're going to help them get their 2 the second 30 days. Now, the third 30 days, we're going to help those 4 just get their 2. So if we go all the way through a 12-month period, here's what's going to happen. If everybody just got 2, that's it in a 30-day period. Most people can do that in their first 2 to 5 days or so. But if you did that in 30 days and then they did it in 30 days, they did it, that's just shy of $200,000 in your first year. And the residual on that starting month number 13 is roughly $17,000 if everybody just got 2. So I ask people, do you know at least 2 people that can see the vision and value with these amazing products and services? And pretty much 95% of the people say, well, Darryl, this is the future and it's happening right now. And if you can do that, get started, take advantage of it, because the possibilities are enormous with our company.
Yeah, 2 sales, you're talking about just getting 2 and taking a month to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I had 3 sales come in a day last week. So, I think about when I was in traditional sales, okay, and I know a lot of people are scared of the word sales and they don't feel like they're in sales. And, okay, well, never mind all that. But from a person who was in traditional sales, I mean, hardcore selling, if I was your boss and you took a month to make 2 sales, you know what you would be? Fired, okay? You're fired. So just at that pace, you're looking at a multiple 6-figure result. And again, there's variables and no guarantees and blah, blah, blah. You got to say that every time you have a conversation about an income opportunity. But truly, people, if they wanted, even just as a supplemental income, I know, well, $200,000 a year, for example, that's definitely more than most people are making at their jobs, right? Absolutely. I know, guys like you and me, we've seen big money in business. At this point, I think even just a couple of $1,000s a month would probably change some lives. And I think that's the mission of the company, isn't it? Bringing people closer together, changing lives all over the world. So there's a bit of philosophy at the foundation of this, and just not to keep this going on and on, but I flew out to California to meet the owners. I got to know who I'm working with. I mean, the title of my first book is Integrity is Everything. I want to know who's behind this and sort of get the vibe. And of course, I got to meet you in person and we broke bread and all this. It was very cool. And there's a bit of principle at the core of it, because if it's just built on sand, whatever. How many deals have we seen come and go? This company's 10 years old already. So anyway, I don't mean to wax enthusiastic. It's just, look, you've made a believer out of me. And not that you were 100% responsible for it, but I remember we first got on the phone, because the guy who I met at the seminar gave me the business card. He said, hey, come meet Darryl. And he put me on the phone with you. And I'm like, look, Darryl, I don't know anything about MLM, binary, and the product points or whatever. I could give a damn, okay? But here's what I do know. This product is awesome, and I've already got people that want to buy it. So, and then, from there, our relationship has grown. And we're just getting started. So thank you for all you're doing here, taking MyVideoTalk to the North American market, finally, after 10 years or whatever it's been overseas.
Well, I absolutely would. Thank you, John. And no question about it. The products are first class. And again, bringing the world closer together, that is our motto. Helping people earn an extra $200 to $500 per week or per month. I mean, that's a major, major, major windfall for a lot of folk that are struggling with the economic situation that's out there. So the products are amazing. The timing, nobody even knows our name yet. And the best part about it, if people really know who you are and your background, what you've accomplished, and the energy that you've already put into this, getting it ready to explode, if they understand timing, you definitely want to get with John immediately, because the company goes straight down. The first one goes under the next one goes under the next one, and so forth and so on. So let's say, for an example, you decide that you check this out and you believe in John, what the company's doing, product, service, the opportunity, the timing, that you're committed to making a change in your life. Well, you get started now. When he brings in the next person, guess where they go? They go underneath you. And whatever they do, it benefits you. So again, some of you may not understand this today, but I assure you, a month from now, 2 months from now, 6 months, you are going to be thankful that you made a decision today to get going.
Awesome. Darryl, thanks for being everything that you are to this community and for spending this time with us here. I'll be talking with you again real soon, and I know that, again, it's just the beginning. So thanks again, bro.
Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day.